Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about one more deletion function, that is del. So let us understand about it. Del function is used to remove the element from the specified index position but does not return the deleted element. What does it mean? It means we can pass the index position as an argument inside the del function, and from that particular index location, the element will be removed from the list. But as an output, it will not return me the deleted element. So let us understand what is the syntax of it. Del list one of index, that means del is the keyword of the function, and then list one, which is a variable name containing a list of elements, and inside the square brackets we are going to pass the index location from where I want to remove an element. For example, this is a list of elements. Now if I want to remove an element from the third index position, that means 0, 1, 2, 3. Basically I want to remove this third location, and at third location 12 element is stored. So after executing this statement, I will get nothing. That means I will not get any output in terms of the deleted element. But after print statement, I will get this modified list. Now in this modified list, my element 12 is not there because it is already deleted by this statement. So this is how del function works. It also removes the element from the specified index position like pop function, but it does not return the deleted element like pop function. So this is the difference between pop and del function. We will discuss about some more differences between pop and del later in this video, so keep watching till the end. Now, there are some more functionalities of my del function. And what are these? We can delete a slice also from a list. That means del function can remove one element or more than one element one at a time from the list. So what is the syntax for the same? Del list one of slice. So similarly, as we pass one single index location over here, in place of that, we can pass one slice also. And this slicing procedure we have learned already in our string sequence videos also and in list also. So we can follow the same pattern. For example, list one, this is my list of some elements. Now, if I say del list one of 2 to 5, so 2 is my starting location from where I want to delete the element, and this is my ending location till where I want to remove. And we know that my end location is always written as +1. That means basically 2, 3, and 4. Three elements we are going to remove. So what is my second location? 0, 1, 2. Starting from 45 till 8, we are going to remove the elements. And this is a sequence, this is a range of elements basically. So my print function will return me this modified list, not having these three elements inside it, because these three elements are already removed by this statement. So now I'm going to show you this practically as well. So we are going to take one list. List 1 is equal to some elements I will enter over here, and 89, this, that's it. Now, as you can see, I have taken a list in which I have repeated this element 45 thrice. So I will show you that we are going to delete the element from the specified index location instead of deleting the element by its value. So I'll be writing del L1 of 1. So I want to remove this 45 and the index position of this element is 1. So the element is removed, but nothing is returned as an output. So my del function does not return a value, the deleted value, as an output. But my print statement will give me this modified list. That means the first index location element has been removed already and my print function has displayed the modified list. but rest 245 elements are still there. So this indicates that we remove the element according to the index position, not according to the element value. Now we are coming back onto the concept of deletion of a range from the list. So we have talked about the slicing method. If I'll write over here 2 is to 6, right? So if we check 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't have sixth element over here. So we can take 5 so that it can stop at 4. Because we always know that the end index location is always written as +1 in the slicing. So after this, my print function will return me this list. That means this is my modified list. So accordingly, 2, 3, and 4, 3 elements are removed. So let's check 0, 1, 2. So starting from 12, 3, 4, 12, 45, and 89. All these 3 elements are removed from the list and 3 elements are left like 23, 67, and 45, and that has been displayed by the print function. So similarly, we can use the negative indexing also. So let me define the list again. So now I'm going to show you the example of the negative indexing also. So we can have -5 to -2, right? And my print function will return me this particular modified list. So my starting value is -5. So if we check for the negative index, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So starting from 67 till -3. Why not -2? Because -2 -1 becomes -3. So 1, 2, 3. -3 is 45. So 67, 12, and 45. These 3 elements are removed and 4 elements are left in the list. So del function is used to delete one or more elements from the list. Now, as I told you in the starting of the video also, that we are going to discuss some differences between pop and del function. So let's move back onto the PPT. Now, so first difference is that del method can delete one or more elements one at a time from the list, as we have discussed the slicing pattern, whereas pop method can only delete a single item one at a time. So this is a restriction in pop method, that we cannot delete the range of elements. We can delete only one element one at a time. Second difference is del method does not return the deleted element as an output. This we have seen, that it does not return any deleted element as an output, whereas pop method returns the deleted element as an output. So as we have discussed this point in our previous video, but let me show you this again. So if I'll be using pop method over here, like L1.pop, I want to remove second index location. So I will be writing L1.pop of 2. So it will return me this 89, which has been removed from the list, because 89 is stored at second index location, which I have removed using pop method. So it is returning me the deleted element as well. So this is the difference between del and pop, that after executing this statement, I will get the deleted element as well. So I will get to know that which particular element I have removed from the list. So these are the differences between del and pop. So in the next video, we are going to discuss about one more deletion function, that is remove. So keep watching, keep practicing. I will come with more tutorials. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.